Hello to the person watching this video, and you're very welcome to be here. My name is Francheska Rhianela or Pedro, and for today, I'll be introducing an old famous author from Turkey. He has made many collections of poems and lots of different studies on Turkish literature. His works may not just get us interested, but can also inspire us. He had many moments of creating history in the literary society. You may know the story Feast on the Dead, and that is made by the one and only Cevdet Kudret. Speaking of him, he is the author we are going to talk about today. Cevdet Kudret is a Turkish writer and a literary scholar. He was born on February 7, 1907 in Istanbul. He graduated from Istiklal High School on the year 1930 and Istanbul University under the Faculty of Law. He graduated from the university 3 years after he graduated high school. From 1934 to 1945, he taught literature in higher educational institutions in Turkey. He was a literature teacher and worked at various high schools in Ankara. One of the schools he worked at is Kayseri High School. He taught diction and literature to the students. He also worked as a secretary at the Conservatoire on years 1948 and 1950. During the period of the Democratic Party, he was appointed as a Turkish teacher at Bitlis Secondary School. Then he was commissioned to work on the Encyclopedia of Turkey. He worked there for 5 years from 1945 up until 1950. He then left that job and worked as a private lawyer in Ankara and Istanbul. His literary career began when he started to publish his works in the 1930s. Cevdet was one of the poets of the Seven Torchmakers. They started on working for the same magazine title right here. Cevdet's poems were published in the magazine and another one called. In the 1950s, he started to work on research, essays, and reviews on the history of literature. After 1952, he wrote course books and supplementary books for secondary education. And what is also interesting is for some of his work, he wrote under the pen names Abdurrahman Nisari, Nevzat Yasirgil, Cevdet Baykara, and Suat Hizarshi. Cevdet was awarded the Turkish Language Association's 1974 Science Award and the Turkish Authors Association Honor Award. Other awards he won are the Sedat Simavi Foundation Literature and Letters Association Honor Award. He wrote not only poems, but also plays, novels, educational books, and short stories. One of his plays were also featured and staged in the name of this theater. The pieces that he has made are the following. Please pause to take time to read. Cevdet Kudret lived in Bodrum between 1974 till 1986, then continued his life in Istanbul. As the day of July 10 on the year 1992 came by, the author died in Istanbul, Turkey. So that is the end of our introduction of author Cevdet Kudret. I hope you were inspired by his diligent actions and works. If you still stayed and watched until the end of this video, thank you, and I wish this gave you lots of knowledge and new information. I'll see you next time, and be sure to stay safe always. Goodbye. Signing off, Jessica.